Never thought of falling in love again. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond, 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 beyond. It's been a while now since love's been in this place. You see, many have tried, but no one could take your place, girl. Why you so beautiful? I see the future in your face, baby. Never in a million years I thought that you'd be mine, girl. That you'd be mine, girl. Never thought I would fall. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. But my heart's been stolen. That's forever. We will go. Ooh, baby. We will go, baby. We keep going and growing, girl. The best thing is knowing, girl. Cause when we KISSING, all I can say is OMG. My love in my life, you make all things right, baby. I trust you, girl, with my life. I don't want nobody but you. I'ma put my ring on you. Never thought I. No, never. Ooh, baby. Again. This time, hope. Never thought of falling in love again. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. This thing is knowing, girl. Cause when we KISSING, all I can say is OMG. Hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond. We will go so far. Beyond. Beyond. You'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. We ain't looking for a thing. Yeah. You'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. Never thought I. Never thought I. No, never. Ooh, baby. Been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. You hope, baby. I hope it lasts forever, girl. I hope it lasts forever, girl. Hey, 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 hey. We will go, baby. We will go, baby. Ooh, we will go, baby. We will go so far, baby. I hope it lasts forever, baby. Ooh.
know, I think I'm gonna really like, you know, give up this life. Just try to be a better guy, you know.
But wait.
Man, they got a good girl, you know, and they really feel like go like, treat you a certain way.
I understand. So what's up with you?
The girls, man, the girls. Sometimes they got kind of resolve. I think I can just, you know, apologize and start fresh and clear the slate, and hopefully, you know, that will work out for me.
Well, if it makes you happy, give it a try. She deserves it, right?
Hey, give you a call and see how it works out, man.
Let me know how it goes.
For sure. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby, how you doing? Before you hang up, can you just listen for a while? I was stupid, I'll admit it. Should've never done anything to take away your smile. So I dropped my pride, all my cards are laid. I know I hurt you most definitely, and I'm trying to make it right. I wanna take away your pain. Said you need your space and you're trying to live, but I'm really hoping that you can forgive me. I'm wrong, I wrote this song, it's been too long. Forgive me, baby. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. Don't you leave, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. So baby, can I come over and show you how sorry I am? I'll make you my lady tonight. Oh, if you want it, put your request in and I'll be on it. We'll make sweet love all through the night. Oh, I didn't know you would pick up the phone, and now I'm wondering if you were alone, girl. If so, just let me know. I wanna plan a rendezvous. Please forgive me, don't turn away. I wanna try again starting today, honey. I'll fight, I'll treat you right. See me tonight, I'll fix this, baby. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong, girl. Don't you leave, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. Don't you leave, no, no. I was wrong, I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. I apologize. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. I am. Baby, ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. I am. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong. I was wrong, girl. Don't you leave. My apology. Oh, baby, please. Ooh, I was wrong. I apologize. This is my apology. I do. I apologize. I was wrong.
Hello.
Hey babe, what you doing?
Nothing.
Can you come over?
Yeah, not easy.
anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You have birthed the nations, a nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken, you have shown me light. You ignited all my passions, and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful, power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. So you are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Good night, Nearly. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil. Of course, you know my brother from another and your co-host, Derek.
Yeah.
And together, we are here with another episode. Yep, they're out the gate early. My brother, how is everything? How was Christmas? How is everything treating you? Speak to me.
Man, I'm here and I'm well. I had a pretty good Christmas. So I enjoyed it. It was quiet. Not quite as good at my age, you know.
Yep.
So I didn't mind that at all. Yeah, going to the gym today. I had a good workout. But it was kind of short. I'm taking something called doing a little bit of a detox, Neil. Something that was recommended to me by our brother Mark Moore. Something called the Cleaner.
Right.
And it's working very effectively. Let me say that. So
I gotta get on that too, actually. But
yeah, I'm dealing with that. You know, it seems to be working so far, so I can't complain. Yeah, after all Christmas food and all that, it's kind of good to clean up the system. So yeah, I'm here and I'm feeling good, ready to rock. What about you, man? Tell me what's going on.
My good man. I had a good Christmas. It was pretty good. Shout out Denise, Jennifer, and Tamiko who were in the building early on. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, man, I had a good Christmas. It was good. It was, family and friends. I had a good time. How you feeling now is I just cool. I kind of just even keel right now. Not too up, not too down. Just kind of in between. So I guess that's a good thing.
It's always a good thing.
Looking forward to tonight's discussion because, again, as these people don't know, we don't really discuss some of these things beforehand. You understand? Right. We are so like-minded that once you throw the alley-oop, I will catch it, or vice versa.
Correct.
So Steve's in the building, Marlon Miller also in the building.
Yeah, I big up Marlon. I saw Marlon today out and about. He told me, I asked him if he was coming through tonight. He said, yeah, man, of course. He's feel funny if he doesn't get to watch the show. So respect to all of you that tune in and our faithful viewers. We really appreciate it.
Of course. And also to Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Yuletide season from us here at the Senate Podcast. We wish nothing but peace, love, and happiness in this time of Yuletide cheer. And Mark, Derek, before we would have gone live, we would have had some sounds from a group called G-Syndicate. Now, you are obviously the founder of G-Syndicate. Tell us about G-Syndicate, update the people or let them know where they can find G-Syndicate and what's going on.
Yeah, man, we had a fairly decent Christmas season. It was as busy as it normally would, COVID and all that. But we still able to get a little something done. We were able to perform on Christmas Eve and on Christmas morning. So that isn't unusual. It's still a quick turnaround. One gig behind the next. And you can find us, big at the guys that play some work, Kiomal, Waden, Mark, Brett, and not Antonio this time around, Hugh this time around. Shout out to Hugh too. His dad's funeral is tomorrow. And big respects to him for forging through everything that he was experiencing and stuff and still coming through. So yeah, you can find us G-Syndicate 6 here on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter as well, and gsyndicate6.com. Yeah. But then on Instagram, it's G-Syndicate, but you got to spell out the number 6, so S-A-X, right? And we got intelligent people in the Senate, so I don't think I need to spell that out for you guys. G-Syndicate, number 6 for some. I spell out the word 6 for Instagram. See Marlon here telling me to be careful with the cleaner. Apparently it works too well. I found that out today. Yeah, so we'll see how the rest of the week goes. But yeah, discovered it works very well. It's very effective.
I go again on that. I see my mom. Hugh is in the building. You know, condolences, Hugh.
Come on, big respects,
big respects. See you. I gotta get on that, clean it too. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you know, we are here every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Barbados time for these live streams. And before every live stream, Derek will go on our social media page, our Facebook page. Check us out on the Senate Podcast on Facebook. Give us a like and a follow there. Usually what happens is Derek will post something to get conversation going, to let everybody know what we'll be talking about next. And, you know, let me start up the thing, right? This time is no different. Derek would have gone on Facebook or Facebook page and would have posted something. And, you know, I titled it The Home Alone Syndrome, right?
Yeah,
man. You know, he asked the question, are you Kevin McCallister? So, Derek, my brother, why don't you lead us in sermon tonight?
Yeah, we'll do that, man. I see we got some interlopers in the crank early already, so
deal with this here again.
You can deal with that while I am talking to the people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people, good as always to get you in here. You're watching the Senate Podcast here on YouTube, and as usual, you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well to ensure that you get all the information, all the content we have coming for you guys. We at 229. Let's see if we can get up to 250, right? Let's make a little push. So tonight, Neil, ladies and gents of the Senate, I want to talk about the movie Home Alone. Now, for me, I know the title will provide some insight as to the line that he will be bowling tonight, but I still want to take a dive in and look at the movie under a new lens, right? Because, you know, since we started doing this space, you kind of consuming more and more content, you kind of filter things a little differently now. You know, the music you listen to, the movies you watch and stuff like that, right? So, along with Die Hard, folks, Home Alone is one of my favorite Christmas movies. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right?
The greatest.
Right? Good. So be clear on that. Now, Eden loves Home Alone as well, right? So I get to watch it year round, right? And I was giving it a watch recently because, again, Eden loves it, so she watches it often. She's into Space Jam too, starring LeBron James, but I don't watch that. Yeah. But anyhow, watching Home Alone, I found some very interesting parallels to relationships and stuff like that. I thought I would share with the Senate tonight, as it is still, you know, the Christmas and the Yuletide season. But today, ladies, I ask the question, are you Kevin McCallister? Yeah? So for those of you unfamiliar, uninitiated, Kevin McCallister lived with his older brothers and sisters in the McCallister house in Winnetka. Yeah? It's a very large house and had a lot of people in it, for those of you who can't recall the movie. Being the youngest of the siblings, he would sometimes get tormented by the others. He had had enough of being tormented and being in a house with so many people. He declared when he grew up and got married, he wanted to be living alone, right? So one night, after getting into a fight with his older brother, Buzz, who remembers Buzz, who purposely stole and ate his cheese pizza, Kevin was sent to the third floor of the house to go straight to bed to sleep as punishment. And he wished that his family would disappear. The next morning, as the family prepared in haste to leave, Kevin was still asleep. During the head count, his cousin mistook the McCallister's neighbor, Mitch Murphy, Kevin. She counted him as part of the head count. And everybody rushed off to the airport unaware that Kevin was still in the house and was not with them. So later when Kevin woke up to find his whole family gone, he was thrilled, thinking that his wish had come through and that he had made his entire family disappear. He watched Angels with Filthy Souls, a film that his uncle would not let him watch only the night before. And he ate a giant ice cream sundae. If any of you can remember the film, you can see him sitting behind this bowl that had him partially covered, right? So he's watching Angels with Filthy Souls. the gun scene comes on and it startles him and he runs through the whole shoulder for his mother and stuff like that, right? So then we cue in Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits, right? I don't know if you all guys remember these, but Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and they started robbing houses in the neighborhood, and they had planned to rob Kevin's house too. But, you know, he was able to scare them away, deter them a couple times, but when they discovered that it was just Kevin in the house, a child, you know, all alone by his laws himself, they planned to come back and rob the house at 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Before that, though, before they came, Kevin went to see a Santa Claus impersonator. And he said to Santa Claus that instead of presents, he wanted his family to come home. Right? He later walked by a house and saw a happy family eating together. Kevin went to church and discovered that his neighbor, Old Man Marley, was not as scary as Kevin had initially thought. And they spoke about their respective family issues, and Kevin suggested that Old Man Marley contact his estranged son. So here, at this point, Neil, is where I'm going to stop with the Home Alone review and get into the points for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin wanted to live alone, and he got his wish, right? He wished, you know, that he was free of the people tormenting him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he got his wish. Now, at first, he was happy as a lark. Yeah? He got to do, go, say, watch, and eat whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, without consequence or repercussion.
Mm-hmm.
But as Christmas drew closer, folks, Neil, here tonight in the Senate, he felt lonely and vulnerable as the intruders attempted to break into his house.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight I want to ask the question, how many of you ladies stamped your feet, throwing tantrums at the top of the stairs, saying you want to live alone, long to be free of the shackles of a relationship with a man? You finally say, I don't need a man, I don't want a man. Yeah? How many of you wanted to fire the man that you had and move on to someone better? Or someone you thought was better, as Aston would have said a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Yeah. How many of you felt restrained by the relationship because you couldn't do, go, say, eat, watch what you wanted?
Mm-hmm.
And you got out of the relationship. So let me ask this question, ladies. Now that you're free of the constraints of a relationship, how many of you now feel lonely and vulnerable, like Kevin did when he would look through the window at the other family? How many of you feel lonely and vulnerable since we've started to approach what I like to think of as the 4 horsemen of dating? So let me digress a little bit and get into the 4 horsemen, Neil, so that we all on the same page, right?
Right.
Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, Colin Croft, and Joel Garner. Well, most people may not know all those names, but they may know probably 1 or 2. There were 4 fast bowlers who played at the same time for the West Indies team in the late 70s and early 80s. And operating together, they earned themselves the nickname the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Each of those men, Neil, used to bowl over 90 miles per hour. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about cricket, just know that 90 miles an hour is fairly brisk, it's fairly sharp, and facing that, especially in the 70s and 80s without so much protection, that is a risk. It's dangerous.
Was it fun? Was it
it's
fun?
not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dangerous stuff. So having 4 fast bowlers at that speed means that there is no ease, there's no respite the opposing batsmen.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw Roberts and Holding, you had to deal with Croft and Garner, right? Those are the 4 horsemen in cricket. But today, the 4 horsemen that live in fear are November, December, January, and February. Yeah. In November, things start to shift here in Barbados, in particular, towards celebration. In the US, you got Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So stores change the displays in the windows, and they generally try to, especially now, get a good mix between national colors and Christmas decorations. I know once a lot of stores started doing Christmas trees in blue and yellow.
Yeah, Independence colors.
Yeah, which is really creative. I like it. So for November 1st, I'm going down. You know, we normally got the latest ceremony. There'll be parades, there'll be parties. I used to go a couple of carnivals, parish carnivals and stuff. And I had other festivities for Bajans to enjoy and stuff as that. And as soon as the clock strikes 12 a.m. on December 1st, we move into full Christmas mode. Yeah. Shortly after Christmas, then comes New Year. And about there. And before you blink, we into February. And we all know in February what comes? Valentine's Day, right? Or for some of you ladies, Galentine's Day. No. It matters not whether you celebrate these holidays or not. What really matters, Neil, is the feelings that these holidays engender. During the summer months, there's a sense of unbridled jollification, to borrow frontalism, as we head out to the party scene. But there's a heightened sense of family and togetherness around this particular time of year. Yeah? And we only halfway through this November and December, right? And we all want to feel a little bit closer to our loved ones. But COVID kind of scared up things, whole COVID experience the past 2 years. So now we got more separation and isolation. And when we think of getting a little bit of ease this year, up pops Omicron, apple carrot skin up. So now we got airlines canceling flights. The number of cases is on the rise. We have 112 today, which is up from, I think, 40 something or 60 something yesterday or whenever it was, right? So it's looking like we are going to be restricted for some time to come. But here's the thing. Man, we are more able to cope with the isolation. Yeah, we cope with it a little bit easier than women. So this is for those ladies who find themselves, you know, at home for the holidays and able to go out and find themselves, you know,
all alone by her lonesome self.
Suddenly, having a partner in the house to share the special moments and festivities becomes a little bit more important this time of year. So even to get a gift from someone becomes more significant. Just to remind you that you're special to someone who is not related to you by blood. Suddenly, having someone to help lift the groceries, cut some grass, paint the cupboards is actually important. And this has led to some women become what people are now calling a Christmas chameleon. My guy Steve been telling me about this for a while. A Christmas chameleon is a woman who butters you up and is nice to you in the lead up to Christmas in the hope of getting a gift or some help around the house, right? This is a real thing. Yeah, I told you, I kind of touched on it a couple weeks ago in the lead up to Christmas. But believe you me, this is a real thing, right? A lot of men get asked about taking out store, fridge, and all kind of other set of stuff, right? So it happens. Your next coordinator, see you go your hoodie.
Yes, sir. It is really cool.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep. I hear on this scarf. I gotta wear hats during the day because when the temperature dips, you know, I am follically challenged. But when the temperature dips a certain time in the evening, I end up with sniffles, right? Those of you who recall last week's show, it was a little rough getting through to the end of that, right? So I got really hot in scarf throughout the day. I suspect it's gonna be that way until about March, April when things start to warm up, right? So my ladies under the sound of my voice who don't need a man, or who don't want a man. Let me ask you a question. How it working for you this time of year? How it working? Are you like the Kevin McCallister that was stamped his feet and throwing a tantrum and all that at the top of the stairs and say he declared he wanted to live alone, and then when he woke up and discovered he was all alone by his lonesome self? Let me just get Keisha in the crank one more time.
All alone by her lonesome self.
And much like Kevin, you were happy because you could eat, do, say, go, anything you wanted. Or, shoot, you get me your girlfriends and y'all do all these same things. Everybody eat and go do whatever they want to do. Or are you like the Kevin looking in other families' window and wishing that you had somebody to share the holidays with? Ladies, are you willing to be more agreeable and let go of some of your defiance in order to get and keep the man you want? Or do you prefer to meet the four horsemen again next year, 2022, when it is 2023? Now let me ask this, because some of you may want to hold on and be defiant and say, well, I don't need a man and blah, blah, blah. Will the things that you're holding on to so tightly really matter that much? 15 or 20 years when the children are all grown, you are in your house,
all alone by her lonesome self.
Believe you me, ladies, yeah, man, they're putting up with the games, the bad attitudes, unruly stuff anymore. Right? The kind of information that we disseminate here on the Senate podcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That information is becoming more and more easily accessible these days. And it is spreading. So, ladies, which Kevin McCallister are you? The happy, defiant one that you all alone by your lonesome self? Or when year's night comes around and you down Hilton Beach, if you're lucky, because we might be locked down again, you might go be in your house, half drunk, in your own living room, watching a chick flick and crying. Or next February, when it's Valentine's Day, and you and your other lonely girlfriends out in somebody's restaurant treating yourselves because nobody treated you, and you are in there again, half drunk, talking about who you don't need no man, and then going home by yourself, crying. So, ladies, this you're gonna do. What you want to do? Leave that way. Leave that way. Leave that way.
I don't believe that. You think? Jeez, we stay too
late.
We stay too late.
You know where it is.
All right, fair enough.
Right. We want to do, ladies. We want to give up some of this stuff. We want to be a little bit more amenable, a little bit more agreeable, a little bit more cooperative. You can get a relationship that works. Because here's the thing: the things that you've been doing so far, how they're working out for you. Especially if you hear saying, don't listen to me, and when you look to your left, is a water bottle. You look to your right, pillar, next to the laptop or iPad, whatever it is you're watching on. All you got there is, again, a half bottle of wine. And if I say something that you find particularly funny, you got nobody to share it with. What you want to do, ladies? Over to you, my brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the Senate podcast. We do content for you 5 days a week, so like, comment, share, subscribe. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do the Senate shorts. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do this live stream at 8 p.m. Barbados time. So, like, comment, share, dislike, comment, share. But most important, share. Share so we can build this community. No. First things first, let me say good night to all the people that would have come in after we would have done our intros. I see who came in since. Mark came in. Mark said, I want to know what the father did for a living that he could afford that house and pay for the vacation for the whole family. Cherish, good night, Cherish. Night, Rian, good night. Anton, good night. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yes, that's right, Rian. Greatness. I see Ruben, good night. Ruben's asking how we having an election with the COVID surge. Ruben is not that channel.
Ruben, he roast space.
Yeah, I will keep my political views to myself. Greetings from Fergie, so shout out to you. Chameleons expire by Epiphany, says Ruben. Ruben, the same way that they had elections during the flute pandemic in 1918 during World War II. And then, Jennifer's saying a cold. I guess you're talking about why we talking about cold. It nippy, man. Jennifer in Canada cold, but up north it kind of brisk. Well, I don't see the rush. We can wait until the surge cool off. Rian, I'm single, but if you are unhappy in a relationship, leave. Why be miserable in a relationship just to say you have a man? Well, we conflating two different things there. If you are in a relationship and you're not happy in the relationship, and pause. Let's not just go by unhappiness, right? Because I find we stop, but we unhappy, and that may be something that is a fixable thing, right? If you are unhappy and you have tried your best and your absolute all to come to a common ground with your partner in the relationship, and the person's still not doing what they're supposed to do, they're not treating you right or anything, then sure, leave. But I find that statement, Rian, is problematic because a lot of people believe that as soon as they're unhappy, let me left. But why are you unhappy? Are you unhappy in every phase of the relationship, or are you unhappy for the moment or for a few months? Are you going through a rough patch?
No, you see, Neil, no, I am so happy that Rian is here tonight and brought this particular line of, let me call it defense for want of a better word, right? Because, and that's why I particularly chose the Home Alone scenario, right? Kevin, to his mind, was unhappy, right? Because why? He couldn't get to eat what he wanted, he couldn't get to do what he wanted, he couldn't get to go where he wanted, right? Because there was some kind of structure in place, right? Good. He got the opportunity to do what he wanted. And he quickly found out, you know what, this ain't all it cracked up to be. And yeah, sometimes it might seem a little grim. We all grew up with parents that we wanted to do what we wanted to do at certain points, and the parents said that, nah, this ain't necessarily the best thing for you, right? And Kevin came to the understanding that even the people that tormented him, to his mind, or were tormenting, he missed those people. Yeah? So it's all right to talk and say, if I am unhappy, what I really mean? Because, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again, feelings are fickle. Facts are stubborn. Yeah? Feelings are fickle. And too quickly, I find. You see, the quickest thing we can say, man, I'm happy, I roll out. Yeah? And Neil tell you all the time, 70 to 80% of the time, we know who's rule. Right? You know, some men, some terrible situations, still there.
Man, sticking it out.
Yeah? But we've come to the point where you can say, my husband ain't buy X for me. Whether he need it or whether he could afford it or whatever. All right. Not good for you, Rian.
And that's an extreme situation. Let's be clear.
And that's the thing. We ain't talking about the extremes. We ain't talking about the extremes. Right? Let me debate and discuss in good faith. We ain't talking about the anecdotal. We ain't talking about the extremes. This is where we come back to what the waiting to exhale situation. But we can talk about that in the new year. Yeah? So let me use color purple for now. Because we've been led to believe that men are dangerous and abusive. And the slightest thing a man says or does is considered abuse. The slightest thing a man says or does is considered harsh and oppressive. Right? And that is where we are today, right? Also don't be lawyer here. Right. But sometimes we got to understand when you decide to get into a relationship with somebody, the two you got to pull together. Yeah? Because let me take Rihanna's situation for example. The man won't tell you what to wear. All right. Let me say, for example, you were putting on something that he thought might have been a little inappropriate, or he felt that you might have been exposing yourself. Because this is the thing. When women wear certain things and go on the road and they attract certain attention, the quickest thing you hear is that men harassing them. So if a man says to you, well, look, don't wear X because... So now the man's protecting you from the harassment. But you term that to be harsh, oppressive, abusive even.
Man, in my opinion, right there, we have a saying on this show, my brother.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
when you play country games, you win country prizes. So you know what? I am not telling a woman what to wear or what not to wear.
Of course not. They
I'm
got
not doing
agency
that.
over the parts. They can wear them, wear on them what they want.
Do what they want. But don't come to me unless somebody is really taking a 619 and looking to put hands on you or whatever. You would have to know, because we're talking about adults. So I am not telling a woman what to wear, where to go, what to do, nothing like that. As I start to think that I have to tell a woman that I get done, because clearly something getting on there that I don't trust or whatever. But the point remains, I ain't telling a woman where to go, what to do, or how to move. So
right, because Rihanna is saying, if you meet me wearing a short pants, no, I wearing a short pants. Accept that or find a none. And I agree with that. Believe in me, I agree with that. Right? You are free to do what you want to do. And this is where it come back to you men. And they say to you men, choose better. If you know that the things you see in the beginning are not things you would be cool with in the end, leave her where she is. Let her do her thing over there. You do your thing over here. Yeah? Ain't a big thing. I see NF in the crank tonight. Good night to you.
Good night.
She says, good night. All what happens when you with a man and still feeling you are single, because you still have to do all the treating and gallantining you for yourself. Disclaimer, this is not my personal experience. If you meet a man and you still feel that you're single, it's probably because you are. And that man might be. Let us not confuse or conflate sex with a relationship. Yeah? Two very different things.
I not only that too, but you kind of, so you gotta be discerning as well. Let's be clear on this, right? If you have a partner, a man, and first things first, you gotta know what you want in a man. If a man is not a man that normally treats galantines or anything like that, and the man is just a straight up man going about his business, I love you, and keeping it pushing. If you don't want that, if you want the romance and if you want certain things, then you have to be discerning as well and decide what you want. Because you may love the man. Shoot, you and the man may get together and you may like the man. You may like the man as a man. But you want a particular set of treatment that the man never provided or doesn't provide. You got to decide if you want the man or if you want the treatment. So let's be fair. Some men out there they don't end in with enough frills or anything like that, especially as the relationship goes on, right? I'm not saying that. It's like you gotta kind of set up yourself for success, right? You can't set up yourself for failure. There are some men that early on in the relationship, they'll come and give you the world. Shoot, we talked about a story where a man took a woman to, what, it was Paris? This was his girlfriend. He took her to Paris to ask her to be his girlfriend. Well, you setting up yourself for bro? After the first anniversary, what you gonna bring? You gonna buy she a Bentley? I don't understand. Like, you setting up yourself. So, to NF, I would say, if you are in a relationship and the man is not doing the things you want him to do, you gotta decide what you get together with the man for. Which is more important to you? You want to be in a Disney movie, or you want to be in Love Actually, or you want to be in a relationship that is fulfilling and committed and one that is building towards something meaningful in the end.
You see, Neil, don't say that the word compromise. No, you see, Jennifer is saying she went up with a guy and the guy phoned her in the music industry, and then he wanted to know where she had to go. But obviously that's your job, so you can't just left your job just like that, right? But there are certain other things that a request will be made. Rianne saying good, Jane. A request will be made. And sometimes you have to weigh the pros and cons of the request. As you would have said, Neil, you want the relationship or you want the particular thing you're holding on to. For example, I would visit, back in the day, I would visit Adventist churches, right? When I was first getting into acapella music and singing and stuff like that. Adventist killers for the acapella thing. I went to do my research. Part of the thing is, I don't know if it's a written rule, unwritten rule, is just custom, whatever it is. They don't wear jewelry in their church, right? Wedding bands, that's it. So for me, cool, I can respect that. Take off chain, off earrings, everything. I wear a watch and I go forward, right? That is a compromise, right? Here's the thing about compromise. It's starting to part down mine. He said, compromise is the word we use when we don't want to admit that we lost. And if you don't be, he says, as a military man, what a compromise position really is. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we have to make compromise, right? Ramel is in the building. Shout out to you, Ramel. Sometimes we have to make a decision. What is more important to me? Again, we're not talking about being in a situation where you are suffering abuse. We're not talking about that, right? We're not talking about that. But to use Rian's example, to put him out, tell you, well, look, this man's a good man to you, but you don't want you to wear short pants. Short pants gonna make you an idiot. Let me be real. Let me ask that. Yeah, if your man is a good man to you, but he makes a request about you changing what it is you want to wear, are you willing to leave the relationship, ladies? If you're willing to leave the relationship, ladies, drop a 1 in the chat. Yeah? If your man is a good man to you, but he is concerned about the stuff you wear and he asks you to make a change, are you going to leave the relationship? If you're going to leave, drop 1s. If you are going to make the compromise and wear something else, drop some 2s. Gents, let me ask you. You are doing something and the man asks you, your girlfriend, wife asks you, she's an awesome wife to you, says, listen, I don't let you drinking with your boys for Friday night or whatever. Are you going to give up drinking with your boys? or you're gonna give it the woman. Which is it? If you can give it drinking with the boys, drop a 1. If you can give it the woman, drop 2s. Yeah, because sometimes we gotta work out what is it that we really want. Ruben's is switch drinking the side of the night. Rihanna says, you know why? Because that's not going to be the only request. Okay, you've been there, but was that man a good man to you in all other regards? Because we approaching this thing as, you know, it's just me in a relationship. You know, at some point, I feel like we gotta make some kind of adjustment. When is you and a partner? At some point, you gotta make. I ain't telling you again to give it your purpose. We talk about purpose on this channel all the time. So if you come along, for example, if a woman come along and tell me left foot music, well, yeah, that's it. Sorry about that.
All out of player when you see me streets.
Yeah, you know, if you tell me left foot podcast, but that's that. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? These are things I do. Yeah, but something like, for example, drinking. You know, if I custom holding the drink, and she said, all right, my left foot the drinks, because when you come in here, you smell like beer alcohol, and you vomit at the step 2 weeks ago, and that kind of thing. Is it unreasonable? Is that an unreasonable request? And is it unreasonable for me to say, you know what, that makes sense, and left it out? Yeah. See, Chaddy in the house. Chaddy says, if the woman genuinely looking out for your safety wise or health wise, then ease off your drinks. However, if you're drinking 2 drinks, she can start salt. Exactly.
But this is my thing, right? I still gonna go back to this thing because at the end of the day, I find we live in a situation now where, you know, we can't tell women what to wear, can't tell women what to do, and nor do I want to tell women what to do and where to go, etc. So what happens? What I think happens is that if I have a problem with a woman wearing, I remember a time in the barbershop, right? Shout out barber, Erica Duggan, right? I was in, right? I was in.
When they had hair, that's where we used to go.
Yeah. I went to Kurt.
All time we go in Bethlehem.
I went to Kurt one time, and the guys, you know, that's back in the day where Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the barbershop burst, right?
Yeah.
Any barbershop now, and the man get to talking, and one of my close friends, he went out with his girlfriend, and I guess one of the guys would have seen him there and say, oh, you know, I saw you thing. Boy, if that was my girl, boy, she could have left home sore, boy. So I found it strange. I said, why she could have left home sore? He said, boy, she you know, she had on this short skirt and this and that. Next, my girl, my personal girl, a wife material can, left home sore, right? And I found it strange because in my estimation, it was like, so you is that you don't trust her or you don't trust, we don't trust. He said, don't trust the other man can be calling my girl and this and that and the next and third. I said, well, you sound like a man that insecure. You sound like a man that ain't really, you know, you having a irrational fear of certain things. So for me, I feel like if you have a woman, because trust and believe, if you meet a woman, you get to know a woman, and you're a girlfriend and boyfriend with a woman, you're in a relationship with a woman, you gonna know how she dresses.
Yep.
Whether she's classy, whether she's dressed ratchet, whether she know, you know, let's say she's going to rally or something. If she's going something, she wearing see-through things. If she dresses like Rihanna, you gonna know, right? If you are boyfriend or girlfriend with her. So to me, I am not. If I get to a point where I see she put on saying and they're like, I know what that, then I gotta reevaluate my value in this relationship and everything like that. Likewise for a woman, if a woman knows that a man is the type of man, you meet the man around drinks and everything like that, you know your man's drinks and nothing you could do could change that, then you gotta make a business decision. for me personally, I don't mind what my woman wears. I have no problem with my woman wears, right? Of course, if you're wearing something inappropriate, like something that's ill-fitting, and you're going to be uncomfortable, like you go on this thing that I could see can be problematic for you, pulling up and pushing down and this and that next, then that's different.
Chair skirt, as everybody would tell you.
Right? Yeah, you both there, yeah, right. But I feel as though if I were Rihanna's my girlfriend, right? Rihanna wears short. I know how Rihanna dresses, right? If Rihanna decides to wear a pair of leggings, let's say at Lemon Arbor, I would not find that inappropriate. I would not be upset at Rihanna. I would not tell Rihanna what to wear and what not to wear. See, that's not my role. But if you got Lemon Arbor and a bunch of men start hollering and she's look at that, I can say, well, those men are wrong for doing that. Let's understand that these men should not be catcalling you. But if you really want my opinion, you do have all your friends at the door. So, we would have to deal with that situation as it comes. But I am not telling a woman what to wear. I'm not telling a woman where to go. And
I agree with you wholeheartedly, right? And you're right. A man should not have to tell his woman what to wear. Because you should know how your woman can get down for the jump. Right? So, if you meet the woman and she is to use Rihanna's example, a short pants wearer, take her short pants. Yeah? Be cool with it. And understand that other people seeing she in the short pants and you can go deal with it. If you don't want that, gentleman,
don't deal with it.
Left the woman where she is. Leave the woman where she is. Right? Me, personally, I don't tell nobody where to wear we want, because I think I choose well enough. I don't have to dictate anybody wearing anything.
Fast.
Having said that, if you decide that you want to go left at Albuquerque and you come out in something now that you should be vending further up Bay Street, but you can stop where you is because I ain't rolling with that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's for me.
Just me. That's for me.
Yeah.
In an argument, in a ranker, no, I ain't telling you what to wear, but I telling you that you ain't moving with me. That's just how we beating it.
Yep. What I would say is this as well. Let's not get sidetracked with the whole thing. This is about women being agreeable, and I think this all started when Rihanna was saying, if you're in an unhappy relationship, leave. There's a difference between an unhappy relationship and what you said, Rihanna, in being unhappy in a relationship. So, yeah, if you have a good man, right? Because there are a lot of people that have good men, but they, for whatever reason, not feeling the feeling, or they're not getting the romance, they're not getting the stirrings as they once did or whatever, and they want to leave, right? You gotta ask yourself what you want. You gotta ask yourself what you can deal with. You understand what I mean? And I'm not imploring anybody to get in a relationship for saying they got a relationship with a man or a woman. That's not what I'm saying, or that's not what we're saying. But you still have to understand that a lot of people, particularly women, are their own worst enemy, right? A lot of women have bought into this whole "I don't need a man" rhetoric and shtick, and have become so removed from the notion of having a man, or the man that they want. They now find themselves all alone by their lonesome self. So it's just a situation where we are trying to kind of have people look at themselves critically and understand that the reason you probably single, or the reason it might not be even all of that a man, that you don't want a man. Men might not want you. You understand? So it may be a situation where men don't want you. Now, I know there are a lot of women out there that believe, we see the posts, we see the memes, we see the, I don't need a man, or if you can take me flaws and all, if you can take me with my stress and thing, the conky worth it, stress and all, flaws and all, this and that, the next and the third, right? And we often have debates on if these women or men are really if men really going into their DMs, right? Because if you keep putting up this front, you keep putting up exactly, Ruben, men have choices too. Right? And I think men sell themselves short because if you have a certain situation going on for yourself, you have options. So a lot of these women pushing this notion, I don't need a man. Why need a man up under me to harass me and, you know, to confuse me and to not do things as I want them done and to, you know, give me stress and everything like that. I could do all by myself. I don't need a man or anything like that. I question how many men, approaching those women. Because from what I see, the man that they want ain't coming in them DMs for sure. And the men that they don't want are hardly coming because nobody wants to put up with a miserable person. You know, every 2 minutes you're talking about how one, you've got something to say about how men ain't this, how men ain't that, how men don't do this, how men ain't that, and everything like that. You know what I mean? You always want nag and quarrel, and you want things done your way. You know what I mean? A man ain't putting up with that. Not a man that got options. Not a man that knows his worth. Which is funny because a lot of women put up this, I know my worth. I know my value. Men know the value too. It's just men don't say it.
Yeah.
Men don't put it on Facebook. Men just don't deal with it. So we got to understand something here. What we are saying here is that there's a reason. Sometimes there's a reason why you are single. And sometimes you are the reason why you're single. You are the common denominator. You have to look at yourself and you have to determine, you know, what you really want. Because a lot of people lying to themselves saying they don't need a man, they don't want a man, but really do want a man. I do feel, especially around this time when the Hallmark movies coming up, the Christmas movies coming up, you watch these movies and the happily ever after, the man getting off in sunset with the woman and everything like that. You know, a lot of women still feeling the pinch. So you got to decide what you want. You want to be alone for real? That's all right. But if you really want a man, what are you doing to get that man? What are you willing to compromise within yourself and your behaviors to get that man? Because you have to compromise something to get what you want. If you don't want a man, we ain't talking to you. If you really, truly, in your heart of hearts believe you don't want a man, you don't need a man or anything like that, enjoy yourself.
Rock on.
Keep on pushing. But if you know within yourself that, child, I know it's put at this front, right? But really and truly, I miss the companionship of a man. I miss the time spent with a man. I miss the energy of a man. I miss you. I miss a man doing things around the house. I miss masculine energy. Because let's be honest, right? Your girlfriend's going but do so much for you, you know. When a rubber breaking in your house, it don't make no sense. Call it Stacy. when you lonely all alone by your alone self at 2:37, you ain't call it Diane.
It's true.
You want grade A 100% meat. You understand? Grade A too. So it is as simple as coming to is a come to Jesus movement. A come to Jesus moment, we call it. A lot of people are out here lying to themselves under this fake. It's called it like you know, it's calling internet gangsters, but the women, I guess equivalent to that would be like internet feminists. I don't know, spinsters. Like where I don't need no man. I could do all by myself. I don't need no man controlling me. I don't need a man telling me what to do. I don't need a man. Yeah, you don't want to be told what to do. Kevin McCallister didn't want to be told what to do. He didn't want to sleep at a certain time. He wanted to eat what he wanted. So he wanted his family to disappear. Now, granted, the unrealistic part of that movie came where he defended his house against two grown men who really should have killed he, you know, with the quickness. But the point is that you have to understand that your consequences, your decisions have consequences. Ruben, you see that? But offline is a different story. That is so, shoot. They're independent women buying all the AA batteries from Coleman since them ain't want a man. Yeah, Ruben, a lot of people, it is so funny, right? That a lot of these people have this personality online. where I don't need a man, men is this, men is that, men is the third, and got all this enough to say on Facebook and social media. But when you see these people in person and you really challenge their points of view, you realize that they're not that. When you come with logic and you don't come with any aggression at all, you just simply state your case. You know, you're gonna realize, and oddly enough, people around you are gonna realize that these people are just either bitter or they have the wrong idea. Again, if you want to be alone, if you truly in your heart of hearts want to be alone,
do you.
But do not come about the place telling me don't post that you don't need a man, and then come again and post that you want somebody to carry you up on a date. you got to pick a struggle.
Victoria says in the chat, both men and women tend not to like giving up things. If you intend to merge a life with another human, something has to give. Not your purpose, but you can't reasonably expect to do as a single. Like, yeah, something got to give. Something has to give. And you got to ask yourself, what do you consider important to you? Is it more important to you to wear what you want to wear or be with the man, right? Or maybe they don't have the mental capacity to deal with a relationship. Some people don't.
And fooling themselves that they do.
Yeah, we got a graphic there that I would have sent you just now. Let me see if we can get that on screen.
We're working on it right now.
Because I think we getting caught up with this thing about, as my man Charlie said, the independent women, the strong independent women.
Yeah, we on screen right now.
Yeah, screen. It says, don't let this tainted self-love trend have you 50 and alone because you walked away from everything that didn't deserve you.
That didn't serve you.
Didn't serve you instead of learning conflict resolution. Yeah.
That's a large facts.
No, Ruben, it is not the TV remote with any double layer comment. Really double layer comment. Not the TV remote at all.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta decide what you want to do. You gotta decide what's important to you. If you know, let me say for argument's sake that the man you leave tonight, or whenever the last man you left is the last man you would ever have, would you have left? Or would you have tried to work it out? Would you have said, you know what? I can use Rihanna's example. The short pants don't matter that much. When it comes to being with somebody and working with somebody towards something, short pants don't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. What you would do? You know? And I think we got to start looking at this tainted self-love thing, as the graphic said. Mary J. Blige said a couple of weeks ago, she's her own best friend and she's learning how to love herself and all that. I mean, it sounds really good in theory, if you want to look at it that way. But it also goes to say how borderline and antisocial you are, because I mean, you gotta be your own best friend. Let me try it again another way. Let me say I'm my own doctor, or I'm my own dentist, my own carpenter, and then you start to see how ridiculous it sounds. We understand the concept of loving yourself and all of that, but at some point you gotta figure out how you gonna work with somebody. I never forget TC when we first started this space, Neela. She said, at some point you gotta settle down your ass somewhere.
What your tail? Yep.
Yeah, you gotta settle your ass somewhere at some point. And guess what, ladies? Everything ain't gonna be right and tight forever. Gravity is undefeated. Gravity is undefeated. So at some point, things will start heading south. Even if you go in at let he hook you up. But do you want to be putting yourself under that kind of pressure? You could just find somebody that can love you and work, and you could work with them.
But here's the joke, Derek. They're going to Correctional or whatever because they want to remain competitive. You see, a lot of women don't want to admit that too, where they're going for the plastic surgery and everything. They do these things under the guise of self-empowerment and doing it for themselves, but really and truly they're remaining competitive, whether they're remaining competitive in the dating market or they're remaining competitive to other women. But the point is they're remaining competitive. Yep. Women want larger breasts, women want a huge behind or whatever, because there are women out there that have those things and they get the acknowledgement, recognition, attention that they're not getting. They won't fit in. You understand me? So we gotta remember too that when women get a certain age and they find them getting for the BBLs and they're getting to the crit slow and everything like that, get augmentations, they're doing these things to remain competitive. Now, I'm not saying they're doing it for a man, ladies, but let's be honest, you're doing it because you want to remain competitive to other women. Just saying.
Here's the amazing thing about that, right? Like, is Kanye? I say it's Kanye that lost his mother. She went to get some kind of augmentation, and something went wrong in his surgery or whatever, and she lost her life. You know what I mean? Let me do a quick Google search here to provide a little bit of perspective, right? Kanye West, Neil, is older than the two of us. Which means his mother must be older than the two of us. You know what I mean?
I mean, that stands to reason.
It stands to reason. What the hell would she be doing? Going for some kind of augmentation. You know what I mean? At that age. Who you trying to compete with? Right? Yep. So again, it comes back to my point. Can we find somebody and just work with them? And ladies, I asking you specifically, right? Because I know men tend to be a little bit more, yeah, she ain't this and she ain't that. She ain't think, but she's a good girl, you can work with it. Because the reality is, what I see floating around on Instagram and what I see passing through my group chats and stuff like that on a daily basis, I don't know many men that have those women as their girlfriends and wives.
Factual.
Yeah. Men tend to look at those women on Instagram, say, yeah, boy, it's a good boy. But then they go out and they get ordinary, average women who are not put together by, I don't know, whoever surgeon. They find ordinary, normal, average, everyday women.
Pause a minute here. I see Jennifer asking, but why can't it just be she wanted to look good for herself? I'm assuming you mean the augmentation. No, let me put it like this, right? You take care of your body and you do things for yourself to look good within yourself, right? Now, if you're going to get your breasts enlarging or you're going to get your behind enlarging or anything like that, you are doing it with the understanding that other people are going to accept you for who you are and what you are doing. You're not going to spend, in my estimation, you're not going to spend thousands of dollars to go and get yourself augmented to get large breasts or to get large behind or anything like that, just so you can say, look at the mirror and say, ah, boy, I like how my breasts look. You understand me? Like, yes, that is a part of it. Yes, you want to feel empowered. You may have always had small breasts, so you want larger breasts or anything like that. But where has that come from? You know, like, and I know people can say, oh, you know, there are some people that were teased. You're telling me I belong to the itty bitty titty committee and all of these things. But at some point, you got to come to understanding. Do you want to put yourselves in harm's way, spend thousands of dollars in a procedure just because people tell you that you have small breasts?
But
I don't know, man.
At the end of the day,
again, like,
who's she doing it for?
Right.
Because it's alright to say, yeah, she want to look good for herself. If she wanted to look good for herself, she would go in the gym, do whatever, and work with it. You know what I mean? But to be so drastic as to go under the knife, and then when you come up with these breasts, you ain't exactly, you know, everything you can got be lower cut because you gotta show the cleavage or the cleavage, as one man say, and you know what I mean? If you want to look good for yourself, why they ain't getting the muscles playing in the legs? The legs ain't got a shape.
I mean, it is. No, I know people can say we coming from the perspective of men, but that's what this space is for, right? So if you upset that you come in this space and we giving our opinions on plastic surgery as men, I know what to tell you. But I see NF is asking why not Neil? I think first things first, if you're gonna do something as drastic as cosmetic surgery, you have an insecurity in your body. I think we all can agree to that. Right?
All
right, no problem. We all have an insecurity. My thing is, if you have an insecurity in your body to the point that you are willing to go and get plastic surgery, why not take that money and buy a new wardrobe? Why don't you take that money to get therapy on why you have the insecurities in your body as you do? Right? Why are you putting yourself in danger to have these augmentations for why? Because you're not getting these breasts enlarging to look in the mirror all day and stay home. You're not getting this Brazilian butt lift to get your ass look big in a pair of tights so you can stay home and married. You're going out and you're going to buy a wardrobe to complement that so that people can look and say, oh, wow, look at her. I'm not saying it's men. I'm not saying you're doing it for men, or I'm not saying exclusively for men, but you are also doing it because you want attention. You want people to look at you and accept you. And it is something that doesn't make sense to me because I understand people have insecurities in their bodies. Shoot, I have insecurities in my body. I've always been a slim man. I've always been a bony man. And to this day, I still feel like I'm bony. Even though I put on weight or whatever, I still feel as though cheese on bread. You know, I start eating meals for 2 days and that's the end of my weight, right? Right. But Neil, you're not in the person's head, so you can't speak for them. And this is exactly the point. Jennifer, this is my opinion, right? I can't speak to why somebody would do something. But then if we're not in the person's head, then a whole lot of things don't make sense. We talk about politics all the time. Shoot, the hottest topic on Beijing's mind now is why Mia called elections the other day. Right? We're hearing some rumor that this happened and that happened. People saying there's a good strategy and this and that next. But we are not in Mia's head. We don't know why she do it. So then we can't speak on it. So let's pause. I understand. I already gave the disclaimer. It don't make sense to me. But the point is that, in my opinion, if you are going to do something as drastic as cosmetic, you are augmenting your body. You're putting foreign material in your body. You have to ask yourself why. And to me, the answer coming back is, I want to look good for myself in the mirror. You have to say, I want it too, because I want people to look at me and say, look at me. Yep. It has to be that. Like, I know breast reductions are done to ease people, but I see Denise talking about that. Yes, I know there are some women with very large breasts. They have back issues. They get the reduction so that they don't have to put the strain on their back anymore. I'm not talking about issues like that. I'm talking about the issues where women have their bodies and their insecurity about a particular body part, and they get them enlarging to feel better about themselves. But a part of that has to be public opinion. You understand what I mean? So, because it's not for health. Let's be honest, you know. We ain't talking about getting gym or working out hard, you know. Getting gym or working out hard is a health benefit. Yeah, you're gonna come out looking sweet, but you sure off or in a bikini, but you're doing that for health benefits. Plastic surgery is for nothing other than ego.
Yeah, as we were saying, it's cosmetic surgery, right? And I'll put it to you this, right? If it was a case of, as you say, health reasons, you would hit the gym, you would go, you would run, you do whatever, right? And here's the thing. And I got see people in the crowd know too in the chat, right? Ladies, if there was a pill that you could take, yeah, you take this pill tonight, tomorrow morning you wake up and you got the perfect body, right? Smoking 10. Okay? Step 2, wake up as a smoking thing. Yeah? Would you be willing to take it? But before you answer, if you be willing to take it, understand that you will end up with diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. Those are the side effects. Yeah? Would you take the pill still? You take that pill. Step 2, wake up smoking 10 tomorrow, but you're waking up with hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol. Would you take it? That's my question for the people. Let me get some music to lighten the spirit of things as we. Yeah. Girls say no that. Let me take it.
Not the cow.
And this is another thing. This is another thing too, Derek. I see people. But first, let me plug the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the Senate podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do content for you 5 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we do the Senate Shorts. That is a shortened version of this space where we kind of lightheartedly talk and tackle some of the issues of the day. We have the live streams Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. where we get into the meat to the matter like this space. So, share so we can build this community and get the things going. Now, I understand where people, and this goes back to something that we were saying, right? There's this whole, sister code, girl code, where women are.
Here's the thing, right here. The ladies say no, them ain't taking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ladies here. But you and I know, if they had 10 pills, they line around the block.
Yeah.
But they get their 10 pills.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, so we in this space, the Keelan Award nominees are very fun. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, Keelan is a hero of ours here. We can call him. We can see if we can get him knighted somewhere along the line. But in all seriousness, there's a sister code, there's a girl code that women don't want to break, right? Where I see Jennifer coming and saying, you're not in somebody's head. We are encouraging things that are not beneficial to people, in healthy ways. So a lot of women will say, if she want to get a breast enlarging or if she want to get a BBL or whatever, then that's up to her. Do anything to feel empowered and to feel confident in her body. But that's not healthy. That's not something that to me, the expense of that, you can do so many things with that. Shoot, clothes are designed now to make women look the best that they can do. You can find a piece of clothing, unless, you are very oddly shaped. You can find a piece of clothing to accentuate any and everything you have, right? For you to go and get, I understand it. Shoot, I had a girlfriend that had very small breasts, right? She, always used to talk, but she had small breasts and everything like that. I asked her if she thought about wanting getting her breasts enlarging, but she decided not to do it because in the end, there are things you can do it's like making the best of a situation. You get deal a set of cars, deal with it. But
here's the thing, Neil. You were with her.
Yeah.
And the breast didn't bother you?
And they didn't bother me at all.
Really?
They didn't bother me at all.
Right. Good. So you with her, breast didn't bother you. You was cool. So who the breast bothering?
But that's what I'm saying. There a lot of, and this comes back to what Jennifer was saying, because you are not. I know you look in the mirror, you see small breasts, you see a small behind, and you say, I do not like my body. I just get teased. I don't get attention from people. I want the attention of people. You are doing this because you want attention from either women, from men. You want to be accepted. Man, look at her body, it's smoking.
Huh?
You understand? So Jennifer, I'm not saying it's not the boy choice, you know. I tell the boy, Jennifer, we ain't here telling the boy not to get plastic surgery, you know. Nowhere in this that we say nobody should get plastic surgery. All we are saying is that let us be honest on why we are doing things. You're not getting plastic surgery for yourself only. You're getting plastic surgery because you want other women, you want men, you want people to look at you and say, look at you. You look good. It is wrapped up in your ego, in your vanity. Yeah, sure, you may have had an insecurity with small body parts. But is the insecurity worth you putting your life at risk? To go through pain? Shoot, ain't even putting your life at risk. You can get through the pain and the expense for why?
And the recovery.
And the recovery for why? So you can see that you got larger breasts? What's that doing for you? Yes, it's going to boost your confidence, but to what end? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know, man. But you can't say that.
Realistically, oh, do you think you'd look at 75 to 80 still rocking a BBL? Is it not a fresh ridicule if it couldn't be reversed?
But Jennifer, I see Jennifer say, but you can't say that is all I'm saying. Why can't I say? Why I can't say that that people have plastic surgery for other people? Why you can't say that? I don't understand where we get to this point where we can't say certain things because why? Because I'm not in the person's head? Because I don't know the struggles that they're going through? Shoot, I tell people this all the time right there. You know, it's funny. For many, many, many years, and even up to recently, I always think of myself as I don't find myself, I think I'm a handsome man and everything like that, but like compared to other men, I don't necessarily think that I am handsome, I'm good looking or anything like that. I think I'm a bony man, right? I think that cheese on bread, you know, Neil, they got other men out there, 6'5", you look lanky, you too tall. I get tell all sorts of things, but I have an insecurity in my height, I have an insecurity in my body size, I have an insecurity in my face. You know, I see the imperfections. Everybody is the worst critic. I see those things in myself, right? People just call me ridiculous. You know how many women that tell me, "Hey man, nothing wrong with you. Get over yourself." You know what I mean? You don't look the way you think you look or anything like that. You're not a bony man. You're not a bad looking man and everything like that, right? But again, the body and in my head. But people still have an opinion. I was told I was too tall. I was told I was too bony. I was told I was goofy looking. I lanky. You know what I mean? So I understand people do these things because they want to be accepted, but let us not fool our foot that they're doing it because they're looking in the mirror every morning and say, I'm going to have these large breasts, and look at them in the mirror every day. Shoot, when you get new breasts, you putting on the hottest outfit and you going out.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
Because no, as they say, you got it, flaunt it. You know what I mean? Let me be real. Let me be real. There was a time in Barbados, right? Shoot.
But Jennifer,
everybody's going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody goes in the gym and the leader to crop over. Why?
Gym is be most miserable. Most miserable.
Why? Because when that first Monday, August come, people going on the road in the body paint, not body paint, in the sunblock, in the costume, for people to look at them.
Yep.
Let me don't fool we foot.
And she's saying, I see Jennifer saying, all I'm saying is not everyone is doing it for attention. I never said that everybody doing it for attention, Jennifer. I would have to be irresponsible for saying everybody is doing it for attention. Some people are doing it for health. Some people are doing it, they're getting plastic surgery done to reduce the size of their breasts because of that. But let's be honest, I'm speaking specifically to those women that are getting their breasts enlarging and they're behind enlarging because of insecurities in their body. Anyhow, I think we can sidetrack.
Right. Yeah, them is the outliers. We ain't talking about it like that. Right? When that had there was actually a scene of a whole set of women in wheelchairs coming back from the dorm rat, right? All went down to get the bootleg BBL. Right? Why? And all they coming back in the wheelchairs to get it. All they going down, take a girlfriend trip to the dorm rat to get a butt implant. But why? For health? What BBL doing about health? Let me be real. I agree with you, Anton. Let me get these right things.
Stop the cap.
So let me be real.
Keep it a butt.
Let me be real. So what we prepared to do? That's the question we can come back to, right? What compromises we prepared to make, right? Because again, it's Christmas time. The night's blowing cold. I hear my scarf all now. Not a beat of sweat, I good. But I hear chilly.
Snippy.
How many? Yes, a little nippy. You see my mind there. So in the Rocky Abba from Abba and Preach.
Shout out Abba and Preach.
Cover down a full hoodie. You know what I mean? So
Chatty got
I was trying to ignore that. We get chatty, man. No, I feel like we are encouraging the women to do whatever it is they want to do. Yeah? Please, ladies, do whatever it is you want to do.
But just know that when you play country games, get country prizes. If you make a decision, there will be consequences, both good and bad. Don't come crying like the world owe you something when your plan does not go to how you want it. That's all we saying. That's all we saying.
Do what you want to do. Wear we want, eat where, eat we want, eat, go where you want to go. You don't have to listen to no man telling you nothing.
Nothing.
You get my girl Keisha for that.
Bring Keisha, man. Miss Keisha.
Nothing.
Shout out Tara in the house. Good to see you.
Shout out Seasons Greens to you, Tara.
You ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing. Yeah, you ain't gonna listen to no man about nothing. Do what you want to do. Fellas, let me talk to you here square. Fellas, if you are talking to a woman who wants to do what she wants to do, she wants to be unruly. Yes, that's the word I'm going to use. Unruly. She don't want, because we got this thing that men is only supposed to provide dog alerts and money, right?
Put them in the right order. Put them in the right order.
Money and dog alerts.
Thank you.
Right? And provide way more than that. So if she don't want your protection, if she don't want your guidance, your advice, your counsel, yeah, if she don't want none of them things, don't want your protection, she want to do what she want to do, that is fine. Let her do what she wants to do over there. Yeah? Let her do what she wants to do over there. You ain't got to take it on, fellas. And bad as this sounds, this could be your girlfriend of 2 months, 3 months, 3 years, 4 years. It could be your wife. If she don't want to hear from you, let she do what she want to do over there. Because guess what, fellas? You can't do what you want to do in a relationship.
But because
she will make that very clear very early.
Because it's funny right there, right? But how many men get tell what to wear? That shirt ain't look good for you. You should put on this different parts. You put on weight. You should buy this. Let me talk the things, because we
let us talk the things.
It is
because they come at the dipsy doodle around we here so the whole night, right? So let me talk the things.
The whole night. You understand? Shoot, we get lists from women saying that they don't want the man that overweight. So number one, he gotta get in the gym.
Yeah, shit.
Number
she
two,
ain't looking at you.
Number two, all of a sudden, how you meet the man or what he's wear ain't good enough for you. Especially when you start going up the corporate ladder. When you start getting a certain sort of way in society, the man can't come out your place wearing a certain sort of thing. So no, you gotta put the man in a cardigan. You want to put the man in a button down. Man never wear button down in his life, in his adult life. And you want the man wear this button down, right?
As a matter of fact, Neil women would disqualify men who do not meet certain markers in terms of dress, earnings, all those things.
Hold on a minute, but here's the thing, Derek, because they would do that after the fact. How many of you men out here, right? We talk my fellas know. Men, how many of you all come up dressing how one is dressed? Want to get in a relationship now, and the wife, girlfriend, a woman telling you how you supposed to dress? Put ones in chat.
Drop some ones in chat. Put some ones in the chat, gentlemen.
You understand?
If you had a woman that was telling you how to dress and you'd dressing yourself since you're however old,
All right, so no men colorblind and stripes and polka dot don't match. All of a sudden, no one is fashionistas. But when we tell women what not to wear, we being ruly, we being commanding. So when we got a fashion sense, and we say, all right, what you got on there might not necessarily be appropriate. I don't think you should wear that. We being controlling and telling you what to wear. But when you tell us, yeah, that shirt again with that pants or whatever, then, you know.
Oh dear, Adrian Reed, boy, I never see you in here before. You don't think, but welcome, and I'm glad to see you. Don't forget, get rid of one or two of his friends who she feels have too much influence over him. Cheese, bread. Up to whenever day it was, a couple of days ago, I saw a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and he said that many years ago, his wife at the time would told him to stay from around me because she thought it was a bad influence. The joke about that is that he's older than I am, but she thought that I was a bad influence on him.
I see, Steve, furthermore, you get compared to their exes. Oh, rascal.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, so hold on. So, NF, you saying the tone of our two statements? I don't, please clarify that. Because no, we can get into semantics. No, please explain what you mean by the tone of your two statements. You talking about what we talking about, or you talking about somebody in chat? Let me get clarification there. But yes, by and large, we all know at some point a woman is gonna subtly suggest what you should wear. Right?
Or just outright tell you.
Or just outright tell you, right? Earlier we saw that, you know, if a man is telling a woman what to wear, where to go, etc., this is hilarious. When a woman is being told by her man where to go, what to wear, and everything like that, that is a problem. But a man, don't let me find you this sort of place. Don't let me find you that sort of place. Neil, what you wearing not appropriate versus what you wearing isn't matching. I think we're talking about two different things. I know your statement was talking about was not matching and everything like that. But in some cases, when a man tells a woman what to wear, it could be because something there ain't working for him either. It's his opinion. The whole point is that when you give your opinion on what I'm wearing, and you strongly suggest that I wear something different versus me telling you, I don't think that what you're wearing necessarily
all is a strong suggestion.
All is a strong suggestion. So I know, so it comes down to tone now.
Yeah.
So I understand, right? I understand that.
Let me pause, Neil. Let me pause, right? Because again, I see the ladies trying to dipsy doodle with me here, right? Adrian brought it up, right? They tell you who to mix with, because they might not want you to mix with the men at work. If you order a little drink after work, they might not want that. They tell you what to wear. Yeah? When to wear it. You know what I mean? We understand all this. And again, this is women offering counsel. Right? Because what? It's a men colorblind. And what else we got going on here?
Is mismatched things.
Is mismatched things and must see when buy clothes with equal credit card. Yeah. So here it is. The women are allowed to do these things to and for their men. But for a man to say, well, look, why you don't do XYZ? All of a sudden, that's considered abusive. That's considered controlling. That's considered oppressive. We're going into the color purple. Because at the core, this is it here, at the core, women want to be able to do what they want to do. Without consequence, without repercussion, without pushback. And gentlemen, I hope you are seeing this for yourselves. I hope you are seeing this for yourselves. You can be told what to wear, when to wear,
where to go, who to associate with.
Who to associate with. But don't you dare tell your woman, see them girlfriends she got there, you got there, so them is a bad influence by you.
I've been told that before. You know, it's so funny. I've been told that once upon a time. My girlfriend told me, yeah, you see Mark, you see Kinga, you see that man? You need to keep from around that man. Needless to say, she ain't lost.
I wish she is now.
God knows.
I where that man is.
You know. So
okay. Good. Christopher Brown, good to see you. My brother Chris says like it's gonna be everything wants it don't fit what they think. Exactly. Rihanna says, I would never try to get rid of my man's friends. If I meet you watching football every Sunday and go and watch your football and not trying to change who you are. Stop the cap. Steve says, hold up. The men that get all these suggestions, such improvements, are the men they want to be seen with. James Creechy wears what he feels like.
Oh, Rascla. What I would say to Rihanna's statement is that I actually do believe that she would never try to get rid of her man's friends, at least the male ones. Because, all right, I see. Listen, if you're wearing a bright green stripe with pink polka dots, get through. Them is yours. But that's a rather extreme case.
And you see, Neil, this is where we go. We go to the extreme. We go to the outliers. We go to the anecdotal. Right? I have never seen, a man's fashion sense might be a little dated. Yeah? He might be wearing baggy jeans in 2021. Who doing that? You know what I mean? He might be doing that. But generally speaking, a man gonna know, look, these two colors gonna go together. Because guess what? How many men wearing polka dots? How many men wearing polka dots?
Just saying.
You know what I mean? So let me keep it real.
Let me keep it above.
Let me start going to the outliers.
You know, it's funny, right?
I try to superimpose that over the average man. Yeah, that ain't happening.
A man ain't picking up a green striped shirt with pink.
For nothing.
The man ain't doing that, like, and even if he's doing that, he's
Black,
probably
brown.
And even if he does it, hold on a minute. And even there, if he does it, he is probably so into fashion that he's gonna make that work. Let's be honest. Right. Right. Right.
Sure, I wear pink on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's wearing pink here. You understand me?
I make it work. God damn it.
Shit. But the point is to, you know, it's funny, right? Because there are some certain things that men do. For example, I remember a woman told me, I gave the story here in this space, but about a year ago, I went to a hairdresser to get my hair done, and the woman told me, we got in a conversation, the woman told me very pointedly that she don't want the man to be playing video games around her. That I always got saying around the house to do. So they say you don't have a problem with the man watching football. So yeah, he can watch football. If he want to watch Formula 1, he can watch Formula 1, but he can't play video games. And that's the point. The point is that there will be something, like, we have to understand that whole telling somebody what to do thing, that happens. We can't tell women what to do. As we tell a woman what to wear, where to go, how to dress, what to associate with, we are seen as being demonstrative, to be oppressive. We are seen as ogres, dangerous, as my man derelicts. Yeah, sinister, right?
Mr. from Color Purple.
Mr., right? But women tell men all of these things on a regular basis. Where to go, who to associate with, why you gotta go again tonight, why you gotta do this, why you got to do that. You understand? Because as Derek says, it comes down to right now. If a woman wants something right now, then it is a problem. If you don't want to fall in line with that. My boyfriend likes blue, black, gray, and whites. I tried to get him wearing colors, but it didn't work, so I leave him alone. There you go.
There you go. The man they wearing the pink and the green and polka dots and stripes. Nah. It ain't happening.
But that's the point. Exactly. And that's what we said earlier, NF. We were saying, is your clothes wherever you want. Shoot, me there ain't telling no woman what to wear. That at you. That is
believe you me, when they make the assessment up front, if you ain't wearing what you want to see you in, And as bad as that sound,
I
I will leave you where you are.
Because if you come out, we going out to a cruise or something, and you wear something so inappropriate. Shoot, we seeing some of these cruises before COVID and all sorts of things. These women wearing netted things, pretty much naked underneath and that kind of thing. Ain't got on a bikini bottoms, ain't got on a bikini tops. If I pick you up for a cruise and you two bare breasts there, and you got on a shawl or whatever netting, whatever, I ain't telling you what to wear.
All right.
That's no problem. But just know that that's the last time I will be associating with you.
Simple.
And you can't. Is that all right then, women? Would you get upset with me because I left out a woman because she decides to dress how she wants and inappropriate? I ain't telling a woman what to wear.
Correct. Because believe you me, if you as a man turn up, right? Let me say that you got 8 abs, 1% body fat, and a big ignorant schlong. You decide you're going to the same cruise in a Speedo. That's it. Speedo and a sunblock. I mean, you and a pair of slippers, a pair of reefs. I mean, you land at the dock. She said, where you going in there? Gave me cruise. She would got a problem with it. And she would think it's inappropriate. By the way, Tara, don't knock the tight jeans, all right? Don't knock the skinny jeans, all right?
Nah, boy, I can't get those skinny jeans, boy. It's a rough thing. Let me see. No Neil. Jennifer is saying no Neil. I don't know no Neil stuff. I agree with you, Neil. Choose what you want. Don't try to change her. I ain't trying to change the body, you know, Derek. At 42 years old, I ain't trying to change the body and the body. I will make my suggestions because I believe in a partner making the other person the best version of them. Yeah?
Not me, Neil. I ain't even suggesting that.
Well, I just saying.
Suggesting nothing. If I, because as a man, I like to watch first. So I can watch first. I will observe, and if I see something that I don't like, I will leave it there.
Look at Tara. Look. Might I suggest some of the men's dating pool is poor? Gonna need to come up. All right. So Tara, yes, some of our dating pool is poor. Yeah. We need to come up, and this is why this space was started, because we need to empower men to know that they could do better and stop going for these low-hanging fruit women, these women that are of absolutely no use, right? Just look good for a one-night stand or a couple nights, but good for nothing else.
Oh my God!
Right? And there is having some fun, but yes, as Adrian, I was just about to get to that. When I have standards that too unrealistic. You see, we men, we choose poorly. Our dating pool is poor. Why? Because we get caught in the fat behind, the nice breast, the good got, and we go on clear, right? Then when the woman become a dud and she pregnant or something like that, we up shit creep. Women have unrealistic standards, right? Women want a man that is 6 foot, got the multiple sixes, 6 foot, 6 abs, 6 figures, 6 inches, and there was another 6 somewhere in there. But they want a man that essentially
6 figures a year,
right? Man must look like a Greek god, right? And man must be socially accepting and, you know, have a certain ambition, and he has to have a myriad of things, right? So I would even posit to you, Tara, that you too, y'all women, y'all need to change your dating pool too, because some of y'all dating some men that ain't of no use. You understand? Women date men.
Low hanging for women.
Call me a liar. Call me a liar.
I can't.
Call me a liar. Men in here put in the chat. How many men in this chat got with a woman because of her body or her looks?
Then find out the woman in the use.
Then find out that the woman in the use and regretted the decision of making this woman your girlfriend or wife. I hope not wife, but you know.
Well, that's easy.
And Tara, you know, you made mention of the dating pool. I think that, and we did an episode on this, but I can talk about it here. The dating pool is what we make it. Women have unrealistic standards of men. So unrealistic, in fact, that a lot of women don't want blue collar, not blue collar. Yeah, blue collar men. Blue collar. A lot of women don't want blue collar men. If she gets a blue collar man, he must be trying to improve himself in some form or fashion to her liking. You understand? So let us not talk about dating pool and men and that we need to come up, because y'all women make piss poor decisions. Y'all date men that are of no use, as the country people would say. The nuisances, they ain't no nuisance for them. You understand? Y'all women get with men that look good but ain't a use. Winners get with bad boys and gangsters that ain't a use. But wanna like the excitement. Wanna want a man to come and say, I love you, dear.
Get them children too.
Right. Wanna want a man that I love you, and here is the world on a silver platter and slay the dragon and everything like that. Wanna want all sorts of things that the average man is not. The average man is simple. He just want peace and peace. However you spell it, however you know the variation of it, peace and peace. Y'all women want Brad Pitt, Chris Hemsworth, Will Smith, mixed with Prince Charming, mixed with I don't even know who.
And this is not necessarily true, because maybe we've done shows before about this. Shoot, at the last week we do a show about a woman that had a pastor man, a handsome pastor man worth $10 million. She left Yo.
No, she didn't. She didn't left Yo at all, because she want to go back to the streets. You understand? Yeah. So, and shoot, you bring up a very good point there, Derek. You bring up a very good point. You bring up a very good point, because, you know, y'all women has got good men. Good, faithful, dedicated, committed men. And when there's left them by the wayside, why? Because things aren't going to how you want.
Because they ain't happy.
They ain't happy.
This is what we said at the beginning of the show.
So let's not talk about dating pools and men need to come up, because y'all women ain't looking to get out in these streets. Y'all ain't looking to get out in these streets. And the whole point is that this space is for us. See, tuck that in. NF, tuck that in. No, nobody wants to see that. The whole point is that this is why this space has been created. And I know before people get per me and say, oh, you come and telling women about this and that next when a man need to, this is what this space is. This space is a space of accountability, right? A space of accountability.
When you mention Hemsworth,
look, focus. Look me in my eyes, man. Look me in my eyes, man. I know. See them. I know someone wanna got man here. Don't trouble in the market. I wanna know thing about Chris Helmers here. Shoot. Yes, Tara. We both need to do better. And
here's the thing with that, Noah, right, Tara? We appreciate that we both need to do better. But it has to start with some truth first. It has to start with some truth first. And getting women to own up to admit the ish is the hard part. If you're still holding on to lies and stuff like that, it can't go forward, right? So when you come tonight and you argue in what you call bad faith and bringing the extremes, we can't get the truth, because you bring the outliers to argue. Yep. And that's the problem we having in this whole man-woman dynamic. Yeah, they said they want to hear the truth about Adrian. They said so a couple of weeks ago, but we debunked that breast.
But here's where I can cross you here a bit and say disagree. I don't think that's the problem here. You know, I think the problem here is that women don't want to be told that they are doing wrong. Women don't want to be told that what they're doing is not making sense. Women don't want to be held accountable. Where me men, we are told and being held accountable every day for the decisions we make, for the decisions we don't make, for the women we choose, for the women we don't choose, for the way we run society, for the way society is. We are held accountable and under the microscope like no other. Well, they're not. Anyhow, I ain't getting into that. But yes, we are held under a certain scrutiny and standard every day. Women want to be able to get the butt lifts, get the breast implants, be all bad all by themselves, say men ain't shit, curse out men, call men this and that and the next and third, say men ain't real men unless they do X, Y, and Z.
And then turn around at 36, 37, 38, 40.
Scrambling.
And pick one they want.
You understand? So I think the problem here is that we may understand the assignment, you know. By and large, we getting it. It be slow to come to the table, but we may understand it that all right, we gotta be of a certain standard. Society suffers no fools that are not to a certain standard.
Believe it.
Believe it. But women feel as though they can move as they like without autonomy. Shoot. Y'all women in this chat just hold one of girlfriends accountable for when they say and do stupid things, or things that don't make sense, or illogical, when they choose bad men, or when they make bad decisions, wear inappropriate things. You understand? When a woman wears something inappropriate, she want to stop men telling women about inappropriate things. When you girlfriend wearing saying you know full well that she look like a damn fool, you just tell the woman, I don't think that skirt working for you, girlfriend. Or you just go, yeah, or you just go, yes.
I put flames on the picture on IG. Let me talk the things, ladies. Let me talk the things. Because you know you just do it. Yeah? Let me talk the things. When I know them that's going to lick the pictures and talk about, yes, girl, pure fire and got enough flames on your thing. That thing you know you will look bad. And then you will turn around and message your friends one side. She posts that picture, but she looks so bad, she could really take that down. I like it, but because I didn't want you to feel bad, so I hit a little double tap on it. Yeah? Let me talk the things, ladies.
Look at Tara now. Yes, I do, absolutely. But truthfully, I don't move with women that who dress inappropriately. So then we men ain't moving. Why we used to do it?
Exactly.
We ain't telling whether not to dress or how not to dress.
That is what the real crux of the matter is, gentlemen. Choose. You have choices. Guess what? You have to come. You got to set a woman a particular way. If it's a van man, you know that rule you with certain women. We get the van man for life. You know, if it's a van man, that rule you out of certain women. Yeah? So you got to make sure you up the thing. You got to go to school. You got to learn. You got to build your business. You got to make sure you got money. All that can do. You got to go a certain set of height. So sorry for you short, man. You got to look a certain way in your clothes. Shoot, you got to wear a certain kind of clothes.
You got to have a car. That is so important. You have to have a car.
Bicycle, man.
No bus, man.
She will horn you with a bicycle, man, though. She will horn you with a bicycle, man. But she ain't keeping the bicycle, man. Yeah? So you got to do all of that. Then you come and choose a woman. It's somebody mentioned it earlier. I think it was Adrian. She don't want a pedestrian, but ain't having a driver's license. Oh, shit.
I mean.
Yeah? So you're supposed to take at these women however to stop. That is what we're hearing here tonight. Yeah? That's what we're hearing here tonight.
I see Tara saying right.
Coming as you are, flaws and all, and you're supposed to take it. Fellas, no. We done with our day going into 2022.
I see Tara saying right. Know who is in your league. I wonder if women know who in the league. You see, men are... Men are very aware of where they stand. I mean, a man will punch above his weight class. A man will always
race.
But a man know full well where he pecking order is when it comes to women. But I wonder if women know when a man out of their league or not.
I can talk about that Thursday if you want.
No. Wait, let me got women in this chat. Women, do you know? Have you ever encountered a man that was out of your league? That you said, nah, boy, ain't making sense me racing at he. That man, he like a particular type of woman.
And how did you determine he was out of your league? And that they were 18, they don't avoid foolishness, are the best of friends. I hope those women were worthy of the man that you sent them to. Yeah. Yeah, Tara, we're glad to have you tonight. You're keeping the chat spicy.
Jiggy.
So yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
Was he ever out of your league? Did you ever see a guy that you thought? Then again, you know, the women say that they never saw a man that was out of the league.
Yeah, I mean, anyhow, but yeah, I don't know, not in 2021. I know a woman feels she could get any man she want.
Any man. As a matter of fact, not even get feel they could get. A lot of times they think they're entitled
to get
to any man.
Yep.
Yeah. Hence all the fat shaming and body positivity and all them things, right? Because you try to force men to like, but they don't necessarily like. The men didn't make it, and those two men married good. Those two men, okay, just rewrite that for me, Joey. That it makes a little bit more sense. The men didn't make it, and those two men married good men. They what we mean two women married good men, not wealthy but good men. Like how you put wealth, not wealthy. Wealthy don't necessarily mean you're good. Ask Tyler Perry. He's put out movies all the time.
Right. She's saying sorry to those two women.
Okay. Good. It's 2021, so you gotta ask these things. You know what I mean?
It's true. Clarification is always key.
You see, we had 230 subscribers, which means that we got somebody join the show. We were thankful to whoever it is that hit the subscription button. We appreciate it.
We only got 2 likes though. I want some more likes, people, man. They can't got all the one in here. We only got 2 likes.
Yeah,
Come
man,
on,
hit
people.
the like button.
Let me get your likes up.
Let me feel sweet before
we
get out of here tonight. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Let me get some likes going on. So yeah, folks, ladies in particular, what are you prepared to do? What are you prepared to compromise or even sacrifice to get the relationship you want? Or ladies, do you just want to do what you want to do?
It sounds like submission a bit, you know, Derek.
Oh dear.
Oh my God. Real talk. I said what I said.
I see Denise want to import to the United States. My point is that so many women want these 6-figure men, aka high value men. Yeah, the thing about it is, right? 6-figure men exist, but I think, and we've said it in this space, high value men are a different context in this part of the world and other places, because we find, in my opinion, I don't know if how Derek feels, but to us, yes, a high value man is a man that has a source of income that is substantial, but then too, integrity goes with it. Because you got 6 figures don't necessarily mean that you're a man of integrity, right?
Yeah, and I think people get caught up with that. And it's a term that's swirling. I don't know high value man, but I think when people think high value man, they tend to think only of the money. Yep. It's a lot more than money.
Yep.
Right? It's a lot more than money. And a lot of these women want these 6-figure men, Tara, because they don't want work. So that's what they're looking for, these men to support them.
Sorry.
But here's the thing: you don't want work. You don't want to get on the man program. You still want to do what you want to do.
But here,
and you got a man like that.
They don't want to work unless they're told not to work. See, if they're told not to work, then it's a problem. Yeah, every relationship has compromise, but what exactly what type of things are you talking about sacrificing?
That would look different from person to person, react. And you can't get me to dipsy doodling here tonight. Not no more. Right? So whatever that looks like for you, you will have to determine if you are willing to make the compromise or not. Right? It's going to vary from person to person. Yeah? So who you might be able to live with, Tara might not be able to live with, Denise might be cool with it. Yeah? But you have to know who you are willing to work with if it's too much. And here's the thing. If you want to do what you want to do, that is fine. Yeah? That is fine. But if you pass up on that man because you want to do what you want to do, don't come back after the fact talking about one, hey, big head. But man, I don't want to hear you. Right? At some point, right, please understand, men do not like unruly women.
Do not. You could call it independent. You could call it strong. You could call it whatever you want to call it. Call it feminism. You call it what you want. But we just don't want a woman that
you gotta be fighting with, and she ain't gonna accept the guidance and advice, whatever you want to call it.
But expect me to take on every suggestion, set of guidance, and opinion that she has.
There you go. So we understand, because this whole feminism thing now, Neil, is not about equality anymore. It's about revenge. I've come to realize that. But that's another story for another time.
Completely agree.
Cantankerous, Chris Brown. Yes, that's the word. Nobody will want a cantankerous woman. Yeah, the scripture tell you about that. That they live on a roof, the corner of a rooftop. That they be in the house with a cantankerous woman. So if you don't want to follow the instruction, that's cool. But when the night's blowing cool at night, 2:37, and you only got your pillow to hug up, well, just remember, listen, hopefully my voice will ring through. Hey, somebody may tell me that they hear my voice in the back of the head when they're in certain situations, and I feel good about that. So if you realize, ladies, that you decide you want to do your thing, and you
please
check
read
in for nobody.
Please, when you get a chance, read Tara's comment.
No problem. Yeah, you want to do what you want to do, that's fine. But at 2:37, you heard it blowing cold, and you said, shh, tell me, boy, that you're going to be cold at night. Just remember that 2:37. Tara says a fellow trader holler a few weeks ago in the social media app I'm on. He said he has a permanent restraining order. What? Yeah, what?
What are you asking?
Man, Tara, you gonna change your dating pool, Tara. Okay, don't wait, man, you fighting over here. Yeah. God have mercy.
I think you need to get another dating app here. Or sorry, not dating app, social media app. I don't know if it's a dating app, but you need to get another app.
As Chris Bro says, get the comforter ladies when they get cold. All right. Just don't say that you sent it, then warn you. We warned you.
I just saying.
You might not want to give up on your short pants, or you give up on your leggings, but then 15 years down the line, when you box you down behind your knees, and you can't wear the leggings no more, make a difference then.
I hear Denise saying body pillows may help. Body pillows don't nuzzle in your neck and kiss you. I tell you what, don't roll them and take this here.
All right then.
I never been one of them pillows yet.
You gotta get a battery operated frame. My Chinese said earlier, when I ban all the WA batteries for Coiman. Do your thing.
Want the Wi-Fi, they want Bluetooth. All these different things, services and things. You want Spotify,
I wanted to know that electricity and fluid do not mix. All right? So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will, and get up good, as you people say. Before we get out of here, folks, I'm gonna share 2 comedic stories with you, just because we haven't done this in a little bit. So let me share these with you. I haven't shared these with Neil either, so he's gonna see them for the first time now before he gets them on screen.
I'm not looking. I just downloaded.
And if it's saying you go for the BBL, or you could be looking at 50-60 with a BBL. Just look, you got 2
Anybody got time for that?
Or they 2 all round the lobes clap on when you pass it. But yeah.
Screen.
Which one you got up first, my brother?
The one with the lady. I don't know what this is, so
all
one
right,
on screen now.
Good. So woman goes blind after syphilis-ridden brother pranks her with a facial cum shot.
What?
Atlanta, Georgia. An Atlanta woman has lost 90% of her eyesight in one of her eyes after her brother ejaculated in her face in what was meant to be a practical joke.
What? The bumbaclot.
Yeah, that is
the other one. Oh my God.
Weird story of the day. And then this one, This lady says she's been thinking about killing herself, and this guy, with all of his F's on silent, says, "Let me hit it before you go." Just to show you that somebody will always be there to rest it in you.
But how you ejaculating your sister face though?
There's too much
As
there. Just leave that where it is.
As a prank,
ladies and gents, you've been watching the Senate podcast here on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can take those last two with you, and you can do what you wish with them. We love you. We'll see you guys on Thursday again for the live stream. Look out for, because this deal is frozen too, so look out for a short coming tomorrow morning, I believe. Well, tomorrow sometime during the day. Yeah. And yeah, short tomorrow, live stream on Thursday. Yeah, we don't make the rules. We just make sure you guys know what they are. You can ignore the reality. You can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Yeah, be the best version of you for you, and we will see you guys again on Thursday.
The contaminated environment. In the tutus about that.
Peace and love. Look how we face frozen. Later, people.